Hi everybody, this is Sarah from Signature Photo Organizing. We are a photo organizing business based out of Seattle, Washington, and we use a photo management software called Mylio to organize all of our clients' images. Today I wanted to go over some of my favorite features in Mylio. If you wanted to give Mylio a try, we do have an affiliate link in the description below, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment and we will do our best to answer them. Let's get into it. All right, so as you can see right now, I am in the People tab over here on the left-hand side, and this is one of my favorite features in Mylio. We do have a separate, more in-depth video going over the facial tagging feature, but this will just be a quick little rundown. So when you are in the People tab, you can see all of the people that you have tagged in your photos. I've gone ahead and just made up some names for these people. If I click into one of their little boxes, you can see there are 2 photos that this man has been tagged with. And if I click on the untagged box, you can see all of the images that I still have to tag that Mylio has detected faces in. This is a really great way to organize your clients' photo libraries and makes it really easy for them to find specific photos of the friends and family members in their life. Another feature in Mylio that I think is really cool is the calendar feature. It's pretty straightforward, but Mylio will read the metadata in all of your images and put it into a calendar view. So you access that by clicking on this calendar button over on the left-hand side, and the first layer is organized by year. If you click into that, it is organized by month, and if you click into that, it gets even more detailed and organized by day. Now, if your metadata of a specific image is incorrect, then it will be placed in the wrong spot in the calendar view. It is really easy to change that. You just click on a photo and you can see right here under date created, you can just type in the correct date. One of the coolest things that I think Mylio does is allows you to choose from a menu of different date options. This is really great if you're working with some really old photos or you don't remember the exact timestamp of your image. You can do it by decade, season, a date range. I think that is a really cool feature that Mylio offers when dating your photos. Another really great way to organize your client's images is by utilizing Mylio's map feature. You can access that by clicking on this map button over here on the left hand side. It is right under the calendar view, and you will see a world map shows up. Over here on the right hand side, if you have the map tab selected, you can see all of the locations that your photos are in, and if you click into them, it gets even more specific. Now, Mylio will read the metadata of all of your images, and if there is a location in the metadata of your photos, they will populate on the map. If you don't have your location services turned on your cell phones or they're not set up on your cameras, then your photos won't automatically populate on the map. It is really easy to add a photo to the map view if you want to, and I will show you how I like to do that. So I usually go to the All Photos tab, and I find the image that I want to add to the map. You can then, over here on the right hand side, make sure the map tab is selected, and you can type in a location, or you can zoom out and zoom in if you know exactly where your location is on the map. So then you will just click on your photo and drag and drop it to that location. Now, Mylio will prompt you to say, yes, this is the correct location, or no, it's not. You can see the exact address will show up in this box right here. We're going to say, yep, that's great. And then we're going to go back to the map view. And let's zoom in to Oregon, since that's where I just placed that photo. And you can see it shows up right here. A couple other really cool tools that we like to use in Mylio are their Find Duplicate Photos tool and their Find Similar Photos tool. This allows you to find duplicates or similar photos and take them out of your photo library. This is really great because you don't have to download a separate software to do this. You can do it all in one place. So the way that you access that is over here in the dashboard. If you click on this bottom button on the left-hand side and then go to Actions and click into Find Duplicate Photos. All right, and you can see that Mylio has scanned my photo library and it found that these 4 photos seem to be exactly the same. So you can then go through and either manually select the images that you want to get rid of, or you can do an auto check. You'll see this menu shows up, and this is the criteria that Mylio will use to determine what copies to get rid of. So you can drag these around. If photos that you have flagged are your most important and you want to keep those copies, you can move that to the top, and Mylio will prioritize those. So once you set this criteria to whatever way you want to, you can hit Run Auto Check, and you can see Mylio has selected these 3 copies to get rid of, and then you can either delete the checked images or move the checked images if you don't want to permanently delete them. If you hit delete checked images, it does give you the option to merge the metadata of the photos. So if you have 2 photos that are of the same, let's say mountain, for example, and you have given one of the photos the keyword mountain and the other photo the keyword nature. And let's say you wanted to keep both of those keywords in whatever copy you decide to keep. Then you just make sure this is checked, and Mylio will merge that metadata information into whatever copy you keep, and so then that copy will have both the keywords nature and mountain. And then you can just hit delete files, or like I said, you can move them, and it also prompts you to merge the metadata if you move the duplicates. And then to exit out of that, you just hit this button. And then under the same actions menu, you can see there is this Find Similar Photos button. Let's click on that. And you can see Mylio has detected a few similar photos. So what this is a great example is if you are taking photos on your cell phone, and we all do this, of your kid, of your cat, of your dinner, whatever, and you take like 10 photos really quickly in a row of the same thing. All of those photos are going to look pretty similar, and realistically you probably don't need all of them. So that's what this tool does. It will go through your photo library and it will find the similar photos. So when you have match aspect ratio and match camera selected over here, that will tell Mylio to just make sure that the photos are the same aspect ratio and the same camera, which makes it so it will just find those photos that you have taken a million times in a row. And then you can set the timing with this bar or just type it in right here. Sometimes it will find photos that it thinks are similar if they have a timestamp that is really close to one another. So obviously I didn't take these photos with my phone like right in a row, but the timestamp is really similar because I made copies of this image just back to back. So that's why it has detected that these are similar photos here. This is, like I said, a really great tool if you or your clients are the type of person, I am the type of person, to take a million photos of your kid, your cat, your dinner, all in a row. And then you look back and you're like, I don't need a million of these photos. So this is a great way to get rid of them. And it's just the same thing. You can select what copy you want to keep and what copy you want to get rid of. And then you have, again, the option to delete or to move them. One of my absolute favorite features in Mylio, and probably the main thing that attracted us to using Mylio to manage our clients' images, is the fact that you can add multiple devices. So for a lot of our clients, we do full-time image management, which means that we organize their photos every year. So any new photos that they take, they get added to their photo library and we organize them. So before using Mylio, we were having to have our clients send us a hard drive with all of their new photos, and then we would have to add it to their photo library. And then, depending on what software we were using for that specific client, we would have to potentially resend them their new updated catalog, or resend them a link, and it just wasn't working great. We wanted our clients to be able to see their photos as we organized them, and we wanted to be able to have easy access to their photo library so that we could fix any problems or organize any new photos if they wanted us to. So Mylio allows us to do that. We can add multiple devices, and I will just give you a quick rundown of how that works. So I am in the Devices tab here. You can either access that by clicking on the Devices button up in the upper right-hand corner, or you can access it under the dashboard if you click on Dashboard in the left-hand side and then click on Devices. So you can see with this Mylio account, I have a few different devices set up. I have the laptop that I am currently working on, a computer at our studio, and then a cell phone and our servers. So this is similar to what a lot of our clients' Mylio accounts look like with us. We will have our computer set up and then our server set up. We always give our clients multiple external hard drives as well, just so they have multiple backups of their photo library. So those usually will show up as well. After that, when we deliver their photo library to them, we add their computers, their cell phones, their tablets, whatever devices they want to include in their Mylio photo library. So this means that they can view their whole entire photo library using those devices that we add, and we can also view their whole entire photo library using the devices that we have added. You can see all of the devices have a little check mark. That means that they are all fully synced with the photo library. If our client was to add new photos from their cell phone, for example, and our computers needed to sync with it, then a little number here would appear of the number of images that needed to sync, and we could see when that was happening, which allows our clients to quickly add their photos to their photo library without having to send us an external hard drive with their new images. So this is probably my favorite feature. It has really allowed us to have a lot of flexibility with our clients and with their photos, and a lot of our clients really love it as well. They can see the work being done as it's being done, and they can make little comments and little changes that they want along the way, which is really great.